Um, Hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Bhagyashree Prajapati. Good evening, Renu ma'am, Vinayak sir. Today I'm gonna present a webinar on the expectation, what the interviewer expect from the employer. So I'll share my screen. So uh, the interviewer's expectation from the employers. So if I introduce the my topic, so the expectation, my expectation for the company would be to provide a work environment in which I can contribute to the team. I receive the appreciation for my contribution. I have a job stability or not, the ability to grow with the company. So this is the main thing what interview expect from the employers, which relates to their own company and what the employer gives to them. So I'll start first with the one of the most important thing to consider is when you are dressing for a job interview is that you should look professional and polished regardless of the type of position you are seeking. So like even though your interview attire, it totally depends on the role you are applying for. No matter what position, you should go to the interview looking, you should look neat, tidy and well dressed. So here's how to make the best impression at every interview you go on. So like if I talk generally, a job interview calls for you to wear professional or a business attire. For the men, if I say, this might mean like a suit jacket or a slacks with a shirt and a tie, or if anyone wears a sweater and a button down. If I talk for the women, women should dressed as a for the a blouse and a dress pants on a statement dress which is appropriate. So all interviews should consider even the color sense when selecting an interview outfit. So you should actually avoid wearing anything too bright or flashy, because that will distract the hiring manager too. Then comes with a hairstyle. Hairstyle should be not funky. It should have a proper cut and it should be properly trimmed. So it should be look like a professional. Then comes with the company needs. If I talk about the company needs, there are various needs, but if we talk with the most important things, that comes with the skills and experience, the recent events, the company's culture, mission and values, then the clients, product and services. I'll start with the skills and experience, what actually this includes and what company wants from the employer. So this is about knowing how a business or an industry works and what makes a company tick. Like its communication, how well he can communicate, he or she, the teamwork, then the negotiation, the problem solving attitude, the leadership attitude, then how well he can organize the company, the organization, the motivations. So this all includes with their skills and experience which one should have. Then comes with the recent events. Now if I take example of a coronavirus pandemic, this was a disrupted organization and it caused the HR managers to think differently about their role as they adjust to the social distancing practices and a new work environment that they may never have been imagined. So to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, the company have switched to to the remote work model at the rate, and which they have never experienced also. So as face-to-face collaboration has been replaced with the emails, video conferencing. So HR managers have to do difficult work under difficult circumstances. So you should know about the technology too to be well versed with it. So like you can say what you have to work as in for the recent like our technology team worked quickly to create the solution, buy the equipment, or you can say providing access to our system remotely. So this you can say what recent events what you have been taken. Then comes with the company's culture, mission, and values. The key to a successful organization is what? It is nothing to have what a culture based on a strongly held and a widely shared set of beliefs, the set of beliefs that are supported by the strategy and structure. So when an organization has a strong culture, what happened? Three things main happen. What? That is the employees know how, top management, what they wants them to respond in any of the situation. Then the employees believe that the expected response is the proper one, and the employees know that they will be rewarded for demonstrating an organization's value. So, if I say with the culture which relates to the values also, values is what it is at the heart of the organization's culture, which are commonly shared values. So, none is right or wrong, we can say, but the organizations they need to decide which value they will emphasize. If I say about the common values, which include is the people orientation, the team orientation, then is the attention to the detailed, stability, innovation, how creative you are. Then this value automatically comes with our mission also. The powerful mission statement can be vitally important to our company. So which a company needs from them. So this can be done in a number of ways, we can say a number of ways which can help one to write the perfect mission based on their goals. The mission statement, which mission statement is actually it nothing only but it guide the company for the forward thing. It focuses the energy, your energy, the attention which has been required, then the spark, the new ideas, which is very important now for every company, that they need for an employee. They should have that new idea, unique idea they are expecting from one of each of the employee. Then is the shape of the company culture, how one can achieve their goals and objective through this mission. Then comes the clients, product, and services. Now, the concept of value is central to the changing expectation for the HR professional. Now, this value has been defined, if I can say, for the product and services, is nothing but this value is defined by the receiver more than the giver, because HR creates the value when those who use the services of HR gain from them. Now, this interrelates, if we say with it as a value for the client, is much seen in marketing, okay? But the HR department, this also plays, they can also play a role, a vital role, okay, in improving the service towards the external and internal customer. So HR is often, responsible for conducting training and incentives program. So this helps the HR professional also. They should know and to do help improve the customers' experiences and deliver the value through the customer share. You should think and act like a customer and a competitor. So this makes them align. Alignment is also necessary for HR practices to the customer value proposition and engage this target customer in the HR practices. So this were one of the four needs, basic needs we can say, which is important. Now, as an HR manager, if I say, if one goes for the interview and for an HR for the manager post, so what actually company wants from the employer as an HR management manager? So it would be first, as in for the performance based, the performance and the employee management. Then is the team and collaboration, workers compensation, and then scheduling and onboarding. So if we go with this thing, what is the performance actually management and employee management? If I go in detail, it is nothing but it is defining as how a company involves its employees in improving the effectiveness towards the accomplishment of the company goals. So this can be expectation for the employees. It can be monitoring the performance, then performing and also rating their performance, we can say. So this skills actually this relies heavily on the strong communication, and which is very important for an HR. It should have that interpersonal, abilities. Like if one is pursuing a career in HR also, then you should have a great listening skills, and emotional intelligence. So if you want to highlight this in a job interview, like talk about any experience you have in teaching or in coaching, tutoring, mentoring, someone else or some of the thing. So this will create how performance best performance you can give to them. And if I talk about the employee management, the basic function of the HR department is what? It is nothing to help with the, but to help as in recruiting, orienting, training, and you can say the firing of the employees also. So at a smaller companies, actually HR works with the owner, if we say, to learn what employee skills he seeks in a particular new hire. So he actually advertised that for the position, they screen the resumes, then they present the candidate. So after this thing, they hire. So this one thing what company needs from you, this work actual. Then we comes with a team and collaboration. Like if I have to talk about the teamwork, HR professionals are focused on what? They are focused on finding and creating the best workplace possible. So it is actually extremely important. So we find a collaborative team members who believe in a mission. Then is scheduling and onboarding. If I say, this is also a part. So employer want the HR candidates, with scheduling skill. You should have that skill, which is very important, because many positions require the prioritizing task on a team, or you can say for the company. So it is important to be able to create a plan that that plan is that allows everyone to achieve their goals. What are leadership qualities? They plan something, okay, so according to their plan, their team work are working according so to achieve their goal. So this should also be scheduled accordingly. Like if you have experience in planning a multi-step project, so how you had to strategically organize and prioritize the time to complete each task along the way. So this comes with the scheduling. And onboarding is of course, as I can say, employee turnover is actually expensive. So a strong onboarding process, this is one of the most important thing, which can help to reduce it. So onboarding refers to the process that allows new hires to become adjusted to their performance expects what are there. So it should be quick also, and it should work smoothly also, so that they can do the open communication between the co-workers, will speak well of their ability to in an HR position. Then I'll go with the worker compensation. Workers compensation is HR handles any of the incident of work related injuries or illness, you can say. So each company should have a plan of action. So they would expect from you what compensation for the employees you can give them, if they got hurt on the job, that is accordance with it. It can anything related, it should be with the related laws. So HR representative need to understand these laws regarding the workers compensation and how one can help the employee, okay, and navigate this compensation process. So one should have this experience also and try to showcase it to remain professional and compensate it with their whatever the conflicts have been coming. So if I next talk with the topic is time and punctuality, which is not only important if we go with interviewing position or whatever, but it is also very important for each and everyone in all of the life. So like if I say, interviews can be stressful, okay, times at the best. So it is vital to make sure that you don't let a simple thing like punctuality ruin your chances on the day. So timekeeping is a basic, yet it is important part also of management. So the basic yet important part, we can say, the as a new employer. will always want to see, so that they follow the simple tips to go there on time. Okay, looking and feeling cool and ready to give their best in the interview. So good punctuality begins with a preparation. So plan your this journey and print out the direction. Like you can use the online tools such as the company's website, Google Maps. Now there are many of the things you can get the information that you need. So you can even call the company and ask them, for the travel tips to ensure that you are well informed by them. So print out the contact details of the company and take this with you in case you do not need to call ahead while you're doing this your journey. So think about the timing and a punctuality for this thing. You should not be that rush. Oh, there is a traffic, or you should not rely on the public transport. Give your extra time so that you can reach at the time. Then is take a time to have a breather. That means you should arrive early, not just 5 minutes. Okay, it's like but at least you can 20 minutes you should give, at least 15 to 20 minutes, because this will allow you to sit quietly, collect your thoughts, and allow yourself to be calm and focused on the interview. So yes, you will be able to think over or any of the question, if it's coming in your mind, what present you can give to them. So presentation that they have been asked you to prepare. So now this is also a good time to think for you, whatever the relevant question has been asked in the interview. Then comes the first impression. If we say, uh, remember the informal interview, if this relates to, is that remember that the first impression counts. Okay, as soon as you step their premises or their offices, you have to remind that you are being judged and act accordingly. So be polite to everyone, even the receptionist. It could be just, you can say, the boss wife. You never know. So remember your manners and your behavior actually will be on show for everyone to see over there. Then ring ahead is if any of been problems are been there. Like sometimes things do go wrong. Okay, I don't say, but okay, there is a stress, so sometimes it's do go wrong, but we cannot get there on time. So your employer will understand that in extreme reason this might be the case. So if so, then call and explain as soon as you can. Okay, uh, if I can say that ideally before the time that you should be there. Fine. So this was the related to our time and punctuality. Then I'll go with the communication. Communication comes with the various things, of course, non-verbal, verbal communication. Then comes with the empathy, listening skills, and confidence. If I talk about the verbal communication, now to find a career success, one needs to understand how verbal and non-verbal communication works together. In the employment environment. While your verbal communication skills may help you to ace your interview, you can say, and non-verbal communication is equally important. But when it comes to the job performance, promotion or you can say from your career growth, so when the employees talk about your verbal communication, what they generally mean is that speaking clearly. Okay, asking the questions, asking for the help, and like conveying the information to the managers and supervisors, so in an appropriate and a timely manner. Not okay, you can interrupting or this thing, you should not do that. And you should also listen actively and without interrupting. And it comes with also, you can say, when you are training others, that is also one of the main thing. If I talk about the non-verbal communication, like um, like active listening and interpreting the non-verbal cues, like these are also just important as what you say, like the facial expression. Okay, then eye contact. Now facial expression is also good bad, eye contact is also good bad. How you give them is important. Good is what facial, like smiling. Okay, and if bad is like, rolling your eyes, I can say that. And your eye contact should be, looking back to your customer's face and at your product. If while you are doing some of you should avoid your customer, looking outside your sales place. And then also comes with a smile, as I have told you. Then your hands, hands moving freely, relax. And if hand has been folded to the chest near the face, it would not look that nice. The gesture should be very good, posture should be good, your position, the facing away, or this would be bad. But good, what would be, it would be like, um, observing the personal space with their differences, what it would be. This is the non-verbal, I can say. If the empathy, you can say, this is actually the most important thing, if I can say, for the communication in HR. This is an ability, to relate to the thoughts, emotion, and the experience of others. If one is taking the interviewer and employees too, I can say, for both of the things. Because, the high level of empathy are the skill, at understanding the situation from one another's, person's perspective, how one can react. Like in the workplace, if we see, it simply means that your people are able to, truly having connection with one another. So this enhance the relationship and performance. So you should be, watch for the signs of the overwork in others, or you can show the sincere interest, in the needs, in anyone hopes, or you can say whatever the things other people see into it. Then is listening skills. Active listening means what? Paying close attention, and this is one of the important thing to the person who is speaking to you. People are very active listeners, are well regarded by the co-workers because of their attention and respect they offer others. So while it seems simple, this is a skills that it can be hard to develop and improve. So this should be confident, of course. People are more likely to be respond to the ideas that are presented with the confidence. You should be, like, making eye to eye contact, and whenever you are addressing something, you should be straight with your shoulders up, preparing ahead to the time. So whatever your thoughts have been coming in your mind, it should be polished. Okay, be confident with your whatever you are telling, whether it can be right, wrong. You should be even confident with this thing. Then I'll come with my last slide is the personality. As I can say, personality comes with various things, but related to my topic is, I'll say, one should avoid cliches. You should be creative, make connection, the tone what we are using, be professional and be positive. Avoid cliches, I can say, only don't, overuse the phrases in your cover letters. You should be creative, more engaged with your first tenants. Don't hook up with your hiring manager whenever he read, about bit of, it should be good fit for the job. Then make a connection, which refer to your job and culture. Then similarly, if I say with the tone, fit to the personality industry, whatever it is. Applying, you whether you are applying for a corporate job, consider showing your personality through the form of letter. Okay. Then being professional, no matter how much of your personality you decide, but put it into your cover letter. As I've said, you focus on the main point. Okay, so this would be terrific for you. Then don't go negative. Okay, avoid your phrases so that it doesn't sound that negative thing. Be positive, don't assume much of the while hiring the manager, the job or the company. So this was my PPT, and I hope you all like it. So please like, subscribe, and comment on this. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Bhagyashree. You were wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.